Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We are in the Normandy airlock. We are actually docked at Feros, which is in the Theseus system of the Attica Beta cluster. This is the start of the other big story mission, the first being Novaria, which we did quite a long time ago now. And at the end of the last episode, I wasn't quite sure who I was going to take with me here. We're fairly high level now, and it doesn't matter so much what we do. But even then, once I had stopped recording, I kind of realized exactly what I was going to do. And it all has to do with the fact that, well, let's start here. Ashley and Caden were the ones that came with us to Eden Prime, of course. We didn't pick them. It was Captain Henderson that did that. Actually, we didn't even have Ashley yet. We picked her up along the way. But anyway, these two were on the first major story mission. Then we took Caden and Rex to Novaria, and then we took Caden and Tali to Therum, which leaves two squad mates that have never really been on a story mission before. So they're the ones coming with me to Feros. And actually, now that I think about it, this is a pretty decent squad for a high-level Shepherd. Probably a Shepherd of any stripe, because you got a lot of biotic prowess with Liara, and of course a sniper, and all the major tech talents, everything but hacking, basically. And for me, I've got the hacking, so this should be really fine. So let's go.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Before we step outside, let's make sure we're leveled up. Looks like we now finally get Overload. Now for the art, it'll be a little while before we get the Master Overload with her, but again, this is where where she shines the best, and we've already taken care of all that. And Garrus is all set, and I'm all set. Let's also make sure that we're using the right gun. This is a Geth heavy mission. So I want tungsten rounds for sure. Liara is currently using Inferno rounds, which is fine. Inferno 9, which is pretty decent. And Garrus, you know what? I've been having so much fun with these high explosive rounds, sure. Let's just keep them in that. If we find a rank 9 or rank 10 high explosive rounds, we'll swap them out, of course. Alright, let's make sure we're all using the right weapons. Pistol, sniper. Alright, here we go. The eerie ambient is already playing in the background. And we've met somebody already, or somebody's waiting for us, looks like. David Al-Talakani.
We saw your ship. Fidan wants to speak with you immediately.
Who's Fidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter. Take cover!
Boom! And he's dead, just like that. Oops.
I've lost shields!
Really, they're shooting at me?
I'm on my way.
Alright, bit of a welcome there from the Geth. And just in case you hadn't seen these type of Geth yet, i.e. if you came here first, a little cutscene. But we knew what those are, the sappers and the ghosts.
clear.
Alright. Colony is ahead.
Head to the tunnels. Make sure they're secure.
But what if I find Geth there?
Are you saying you won't go?
No, I'll go. I'll go.
He doesn't go.
Get ready.
Glad to see some soldiers. Our numbers are getting thin.
How do you fight an army of synthetics? Are they even alive?
We get weaker with every attack.
This is it. The last stand.
The Geth just keep coming.
Those Geth are bloody dangerous. If I had a credit for every Geth I've killed. Keep alert. They'll be here any minute. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
What desperate thing are you doing? Except you're brandishing that assault rifle, I suppose. Maybe that's enough.
Die of thirst, the Geth will surely kill us all. Just keep coming. I can't get the water back on until the Geth are removed. They must be stopped.
Somebody's having trouble with water.
How is a woman supposed to think with guns going off all around? How is a woman supposed to think with guns going off all around?
She seems to be trying to fix something. I can't tell if he's even alive. She seems to be in the exact same pose. These are not comfortable poses these people are in.
I fear the Geth will kill us all. I'm not a fighter. I'm a merchant. This is not a safe place. Left unchecked, the Geth will soon overwhelm us.
The Geth are mounting another attack. If the Geth don't kill us, the lack of food just might. They'll be here any minute.
This room is empty. If we had not yet gone to deal with Alanos Haliat, his assignment would be right here. And that's one of the terminals you can hack over and over again for XP.
I don't know if I can handle another attack.
No, you don't get very much, so we didn't miss out too much there.
There, dear. You'll get through this. Just relax.
My headaches are getting better. I just have to stop thinking about the past.
The Geth just keep coming.
Hello, Off-Worlder. I'm glad that we aren't totally forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Dear, please try to rest. You're not ready to speak.
But they should know. I mean, they are very important. Yes. That's better.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm fine. I just need to try to think clearly. It's just a lingering pain from the last attack. I'll be fine.
I can't see any significant damage, but something is clearly causing her pain.
Please, just let her rest. She just needs rest.
It hurts so much when I think about what we've lost.
My wife needs rest. The attacks are making things worse.
Clearly these people are under some sort of duress, although that shouldn't be surprising. You're in a colony that's not getting a lot of support, and Geth are coming in from all over.
Oh, Commander. I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
No, not Geth in the tower.
Die! Please, don't let me die!
Yes, even if you get there in time, he still dies. job, team.
All clear.
Quick save, although this portion is a lot harder early on in Insanity. Here, right now, it shouldn't be too bad. It does help that our powers are regenerating pretty fast.
Finally, some action.
So they are, of course, doesn't think she's seen enough action yet. Double singularity. We leveled up.
Now we can update Faidan and get a vehicle safely out of the Normandy. The Geth base is our next objective.
In case you were wondering whether the Mako you find here is from us or was already there, it sounds like it's coming from us. We somehow delivered the vehicle to that area where we pick it up. Anyway, leveling up means that we are now level 50, which means we can now go and get Spectre Master level 10, or rank 10 guns, which is great. I'm also now have Master Damping. And Garrus, let's see, pretty much everything I need from him, so I'll just keep bumping up the little tiny bit of weapon damage. Sure. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the journal real quick. So this was just Feros. I think this was the original name given to us. We got the assignment way back on the Citadel. Geth have attacked the world of Feros. Your primary objective is to go to Zeus Hope Colony to investigate what Saren is after and why he sent his Geth troops to the planet. Alright, tell Faidan that the Geth have been cleared from the tower. Yeah, and it's kind of weird because the entire place, I mean, you spend either in towers or between towers on skyways. So why this particular room is called the tower, I don't know. My guess is somebody, whoever's in charge of names just could not get the creativity together to come up with something unique about that particular space. But anyway, here's Faidan again.
The tower's secure, thanks to you, Commander.
I'm just glad your colony is safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
Help me find what the Geth are after and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the Exogeny headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
We've heard that name before. At least it's not Binary Helix this time, so probably no Arachna here.
What's Exogeny?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to Exogeny headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
Every Geth I kill brings me one step closer to Saren.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
So we already know about some of the issues with facing the colony, and you can ask specific questions here. But let's start here.
What can you tell me about the defenses the Geth have set up?
I don't have any details, but I'll wager it's a lot more fortified than the command post.
They landed at least one Geth ship at Exogeny, and I've seen large walking tanks on the Skyway. Expect a hard fight.
Tell me about your colony.
Life is hard and often brutal, even without our current problems. Colonial affairs back on Earth told us we'd be beneath the notice of any raiders. I guess they weren't counting on the Geth. But, despite everything, there's something tranquil about this place, unlike anything I've experienced before.
The Normandy isn't huge, but we could airlift you out.
The Geth fighters are too dangerous, and I won't be driven off this world. It is our home. There's a chance for growth here that's simply not available on other worlds.
How big was the original Feros colony?
We were nearly 1,000 at the main site, 200 more at my outpost. When the first wave obliterated our defenses, we fell back to Zoo's Hope.
What else can you tell me about Exogeny?
Exogeny funded this colony. Without them, we wouldn't be stuck here.
They specialize in colonization. In return for bankrolling the colony, we work for them. Their main goal is the retrieval of valuable artifacts or resources.
Except there isn't anything here. Or if there is, we didn't find it.
I wonder if that's what the Geth are looking for.
Perhaps. As she said, we never found anything of value.
Of course, the Geth could know something we don't.
Of course, we've been around the universe a bit here, the galaxy. And we went to Trebin, which is where we were looking for the Exogeny survey team, and we have surmised that they were turned into husks because the company commanded them to go. They uncovered some alien artifact, and the company must have said, "Hey, go check that out. That's your new priority." And of course, turned them into husks. So yeah, we're not surprised here that Exogeny is interested in artifacts.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still Geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
So we've already met 2 of them, and actually we met all 3 of the people working this. The power lady didn't mention anything about. I mean, she was working on that thing.
Do you have information about Geth in the lower tunnels?
Nothing new. They're in the tunnel somewhere, likely guarding a transmitter to coordinate attacks. It's not a critical threat right now, but getting rid of that transmitter will help us defend against further attacks.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
We're going to get a couple of Paragon with that and an internal update. That must have been blinking earlier. Oh, okay, we're on the assignment page now, because we've now reached Light Metal. I didn't even realize that. Anyway, we now have this assignment called Feros Geth in the Tunnels. You cleared the Geth from the tower, but there are still Geth in the tunnels. Finding and destroying the Geth transmitter will give Zeus Hope a better chance of survival. And indeed, the power, food, and water assignments will show up in here as well. Take the elevator from Zeus Hope down to the Prothean Skyway. Use your vehicle to make your way to the Exogeny headquarters and investigate Geth activities. So that's to continue the main mission, but we want to go ahead and help the colony here. Actually, I think he now has his own cutscene related conversation too now.
You'll have to forgive my wife. Calantha's not in her right mind. She just needs to relax and accept what's happened.
What do you do for the colony?
I'm a medic. Or I am since the doctor died. I've tried my best since she was killed.
Do you know anything about this planet?
Just what I was told by Colonial Affairs. It's a little different from what they claimed. It's not all bad, though. When the Geth are gone, we'll have a chance to create something even more spectacular than before.
How spectacular was it to begin with, would you say?
What happened to your wife?
The constant attacks have strained us all. She'll adapt. We all have.
Is there anything I can do for her?
No, she just needs time. Time to absorb everything. We'll be fine.
Tell me about the colony.
I can't tell you much about that. You'd best ask Fidan if you really must know.
Just talk to Fidan.
Why can't you tell me? I just want to know about the colony.
Fidan is our leader. Who better to answer questions about the colony?
I have to go.
Please do what you can to stop the attacks.
He's a bit shy about talking about the colony for some reason. I'm sure that doesn't mean they're hiding anything, right?
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the Geth don't kill us, we'll die of hunger soon enough.
This is a food guy.
Are you doing anything to remedy the situation?
I need to boost rations with Varen meat, but it's too dangerous. The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad. Rabid, maybe. Totally uncontrollable. I can't do anything until he's dead.
Yeah, but does he taste good? That's the real question.
I have a ship. I could bring in supplies from off-world.
I'd rather you concentrated on the Geth. Food won't help us if they breach our defenses.
Tell me about Zoo's Hope.
The colony is growing. Or it was. But you should speak with Fidan. He is our leader.
Why should I speak to Fidan? Why can't you tell me?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Speak with Fidan.
Another guy who's a little shy about talking about the colony.
Tell me about hunting Varen.
Hunting them is impossible while fending off the Geth. On the positive side, they'll attack anything, even those damn synthetics. The big Alpha Varen is the real problem. He's mad, erratic, completely unpredictable.
Unfortunately, we can't ever get the Geth and the Varen together in the same space, because it would be kind of neat to see them fighting each other.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I came here with my wife Greta, looking for adventure, a new life together. This isn't exactly what we signed up for. Of course, it would be much better without the Geth. We were really starting to enjoy the colony before they came.
We actually met Greta already.
I have to go.
So long, Commander.
Just got a codex entry. And of course the new assignment here, Varen meat. Davin Reynolds wants to solve the colony's food shortage by supplementing rations with Varen meat. However, he cannot hunt safely until you remove the dangerous Alpha. Luckily, the Alpha is a different color than the rest. Hey, May.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though.
And here's Power Lady.
Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few.
Your top-of-the-line ship doesn't use the same parts as the old generator we've got. The cells just aren't compatible.
How does she know this?
If I find anything while I'm looking around, I'll send it your way.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate it.
May O'Connell has asked you to find replacement power cells in the ruins of Zoo's Hope in order to restore power to the colony. If you've been looking at these subtasks here, they are all telling us to go to the tunnels. So it's handy that everything is in the same space there.
I'm sorry, but I can't stop to talk. I have to deal with the water shortage.
Is there anything I can do?
The utilities building was one of the first to fall under Geth control. Find the mains and turn them back on. Until then, this colony is dry.
I have a ship fueled and ready to go. I could bring water in.
Unless you plan to make a trip every few days, that wouldn't really solve our problem. We need to be self-sufficient.
Tell me about the colony.
We are a small group, part of a larger colony, before the Geth attacked. You should speak to Fidan. It's his responsibility. He knows the colony best.
See a pattern developing here.
What do you know about this planet?
I am not the one to ask about that. Ask Fidan or one of the others.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd rather not. This is not the time or the place. Please, help us or don't. Otherwise, leave me to my work.
You know where to find the problem with the water?
The colony can't afford to lose any more of us. We're just too vulnerable.
You're very focused on the water despite the constant attacks.
I can't think of anything else. So much has happened, but it hurts. If I stay focused on this task, the pain goes away.
An understandable reaction, though her discomfort seems almost palpable.
I have to go.
I wish you luck.
Very definite pattern emerging here. And this is the last of the tunnel-based assignments, the colony restoration assignments. Makadoya has asked you to find and activate water valves in the tunnels beneath Zeus Hope to restore water to the colony. Alright, so we are closest to the ship. So I'm going to take a quick break here and get myself a bunch of Spectre 10 gear.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, I'm back. I just went and did all my inventory, cleared out a bunch of stuff. Gave myself black guns, although somehow I managed to I had two black shotguns, one of which I gave to Garrus, one of which I gave to they are completely forgetting that I have still needed one for myself. So anyway, as soon as I get another shotgun, I'm gonna swap.
I'll hold this position in case those things try to attack again.
Hey Greta.
Not the best shot, but I'll do what I can.
You're probably fine, Greta.
We could take the fight to these Geth. We would. We're not soldiers.
Thanks for your help. At least we have time to regroup.
Well, at least the Geth can't regroup at the command post anymore.
They're still out there, but at least they've been slowed.
Alright. So we know what we need to do to help this colony. Let's chat with the merchant. This is my least favorite store in the whole game.
Commander, I was told to make my supplies available to you if you wish.
Looks like his Omni tool got stuck there somehow. Anyway, let's talk to him first.
What can you tell me about Zeus Hope?
A fascinating place by all accounts. Though the Geth have made it treacherous. You might like it here too, if you gave it a chance, Commander. I never thought I'd stay in one place for long, but here? I will stay here.
Yeah, I'm a spacer. I don't really stay in buildings that long.
This place is barely holding together. Why stay here?
I can't give you an answer to that, Commander. At least not one that you would comprehend. Why not try asking Dan? Maybe he can tell you what I can't.
Yet another person who's shy about talking about the colony.
How do you keep things in stock in conditions like this?
My list of consumers has shrunk significantly since the attacks, and few of those have time for shopping.
What's a Solarian doing on a human colony?
This Solarian goes where the credits are. Or I did. A well-stocked freighter can be a profitable investment on a new colony. But once I was here, I decided to stay on. The colony life grows on you after a while.
What's your name, Solarian?
My full name is Goratu Heranon Maldinest God Inost Ledra. Humans usually employ surname and given name only. Inost and Ledra in my case.
We've already seen a Solarian with a long name, and that would be Anoleus there on Novaria. And now we finally get to understand why his name is so long. Same with this guy.
Why's your name so long?
We are named for our origins. Goratu is my homeworld, Heranon my clan's country, Maldinest and Got are the city and district where I live.
The only thing missing is the zip code, it seems to me. I think that's everything we can ask. Let's see what he has for sale. I think there is actually one thing I always buy from this guy.
Let me see what you have.
Of course. I may be able to provide a few interesting items.
Yeah. Not that I ever make use of this license. I don't know. I just pick him up all the time anyway. But yeah, otherwise he only ever has guns that I've ever seen. And early on in the game, you could find a pretty high-level shotgun or something in here that might be useful. But by the time you're using Spectre Master Gear, it's totally useless. This store, so I never come back here. By which I mean he is a store. Assuming he survives the all that happens here in Feros, he is a store you can come back to, but I just never do. There's some sort of freighter crane around here. Must be this thing. It reaches over there. Not sure. I guess it would lift something up here, another part of the freighter.
This work must be completed.
But we're not allowed to use the controls at the moment because this lady, Hana, is in the way.
You're the commander of the ship that just landed.
What do you know about the colony?
We just arrived a short time ago. It seemed like any other colony at first, but it's different somehow.
What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It's kind of like... I can't describe it. You should speak with Fidan. He knows the colony better than me.
Unlike the others, she seems to be exhibiting real pain here.
Are you the captain of this freighter?
Not originally. The captain died in one of the Geth raids. I'm the last crew member. We shouldn't even be here. The Solarian merchant promised us a fortune. I wish... I suppose it could be worse.
Can you name the Solarian merchant for me?
What's wrong with the ship? Isn't she space-worthy?
There's too much damage. Maybe if the Geth stopped attacking, I could fix her. Then again, if there were no Geth, I might just stay on a while.
What do you do here?
I'm just watching over the ship, making sure she doesn't get any worse. If nothing else, she's good for hiding in when those Geth come over the walls.
It looks like you're monitoring something.
No, well, just ship diagnostics. It's nothing. I should get back to it, but Fidan, what's the report on... I should go.
I'm an engineer, let me look.
Maybe I can help you. What are you trying to diagnose?
No, thanks, really. Now, please, I need to get back to work.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything here. Not yet.
Davin does what he can, but our food will run out sooner or later.
They'll try to rebuild the command post soon enough.
If you were vegan on this colony, you'd be kind of hurting right now, right?
Hunger will weaken us in the long run.
At least we've got a chance to regroup.
We couldn't bring much in the way of supplies with us. We need sustainable food.
I don't think I've slept since they began their attack.
What good is surviving the attacks if we starve?
She's very focused on the food.
They're still out there. I hate those Geth.
Alright, let's have another chat with Fidan. There's gotta be a reason that everyone wants us to talk to him when we ask about the colony, right?
Commander, what can I do for you?
Some of the colonists are acting strange.
We're a close-knit group, Commander. Most of us have lost loved ones, friends.
These aren't trained soldiers. Nobody taught us how to deal with the horrors of war.
This is our home. We've watched the Geth slowly destroy everything that is important to us. Don't judge us too harshly.
We asked some questions. We would just get the repeated answers, I think. But then we would have the option of selecting strange behavior again, which is kind of funny. We'll probably do that next time we see him.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Arcelia is someone we can chat with.
I'm grateful for what you've done, but your heroics don't impress me, Commander.
No, yeah, you can ask her about the colony, too.
Tell me about Zoo's Hope.
I can't tell you much about it. You should speak to Fidan if you want to know more.
It's funny because he's right there.
Tell me more about yourself, Arcelia.
I'm a rent-a-cop. I was hired to keep kids from writing graffiti on the walls at Exogeny. Then all this happened. I wasn't trained for this. I didn't ask for it. I just wanted to end.
This raises an interesting question, right? Are there kids in the Mass Effect universe? Because I've never seen any so far.
What can you tell me about the Geth? Do you have any idea what they might be after?
I can't tell you anything about that. I suggest you go to Exogeny if you want answers to those questions.
I get the feeling you don't like me.
How would you feel if you were hung out to dry by every government organization that ever promised to keep you safe? They should have sent a small fleet. Instead, we get one ship. And you're only interested in the Geth.
Believe me, my interest in the Geth helps everybody.
What can you tell me about Exogeny?
Very little. I work there as a security officer. I know they were looking for artifacts and anything of value. That's what they do. They fund the colony. In return, we help them uncover buried treasure. It's definitely not as exciting as they make it sound.
It all fits, doesn't it? No, the Trebin team was clearly, I mean, there to help set up colonies, but you know, with the chance discovery of an artifact would have had Exogeny hopping with excitement.
Goodbye.
Commander.
All right, so that wraps up all the talky parts in the Zoo's Hope colony here. So which means the only thing left to do here now is to go down into the tunnels and actually finish all of the colony repair assignments. We're going to do that in the next episode. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my save right here. Alright, we'll pick up the story from right here next time.